The fact that he's breathing so heavy when he's done literally nothing. He's like in a place where he has nothing to worry about. Like, why are you hyperventilating, bro? You've done nothing. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Andor. We're now on to season 2, episode 6, which is called What a Festive Evening. So in the last episode, we had Cassian finally arrive on Gorman, I should say. And he made contact with the rebel faction there. He discovered what they're up to. They want to pull off a heist in order to disrupt what was going on with the Empire and to find out or I should say expose what they believe they're really about. But Cassian has a lot of reservations for a lot of reasons. And then we see that Bix is unfortunately spiraling deeper into depression. And then we also see that on the political side of things, the Empire is really working hard to kind of rally against Gorman. And basically, Mon is realizing that she's losing a lot of the pull and connections that she thought she had in that circle because of what's going on in the Empire. So lots of different plates are spinning in the air right now. So I'm eager to get into this episode. So let's do that. Just before I do, though, a reminder that if you'd like to be in the know of when I drop episodes, please hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. There we go. And you can also watch uncut versions of this reaction on my Patreon. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now. Okay. Is this where Willman was? Huffing gases?
Hold on.
Hold on to your butts.
Look at you.
Suits him.
What's his name? Tell me about the Gorman front. You weren't there very long.
Don't get involved.
Ooh.
How do you know what I did?
We heard it didn't go very well.
Yeah.
I only left this morning.
You think you're his only contact?
That's awfully definitive.
They're not ready, Luthen.
They're
I
not.
think they know that. There's nothing to be done about it now. And the more trouble they make, the worse it will be.
So
Which is what they want.
In a place where they know nothing about fighting, they'll be crushed.
they're finally wanting to do something. You tell them to be careful.
He's trying to save their lives.
Gorman in play. A new front line against the Empire?
Is it?
A chance for that. That's a triumph.
If it works.
Think about a planet like Gorman in rebellion. A planet of wealth and status.
If they could fight.
If it goes up in flames?
Yes.
It will burn. Very brightly.
Oh, well, at least you know where he stands.
I'll skip this one.
Understandable. I understand what Luthen's saying as well. I mean, Gorman's gonna suffer one way or another, but the part that's really frustrating about this is that the revolution is part of the plan. So if they do anything, it's playing right into Dedra's hands.
We knew that already.
I thought seeing it in person would make a difference.
I have a customer waiting.
Okay, so they're talking about Bix?
You were sourcing another item.
It's being delivered as we speak.
I'm thinking, or I don't know, we could be talking about Cassian as well, but
Why do you ask?
I'm curious by nature.
I have friends everywhere.
okay. The thing is, Cassian's right about this, but I understand both him and Luthen have valid points, right? In a rebellion, you're going to have to risk some fronts, but at the same time, in this particular case, Cassian's gut is telling him the right thing because it's exactly what Gorman shouldn't be doing, but sitting back and doing nothing's not going to help them either. Careful. Hopefully she's not having a paranoid delusion with a weapon again. I'm thinking more likely she's passed out, though. Oh, there she is. Just hi.
Look at this place.
Oh, she cleaned up.
Cleaned it up.
We're here, might as well.
Hiding.
I was Varian Sky. I was a fashion designer.
He's got the flair for it, though.
Are you gonna have to bring him home someday?
Ma'am, she said cosplay next time.
You okay?
Exactly. She's really not. You need to look at her.
He was gonna ask me for a weapons appraisal, but he changed his mind.
Go out on your own?
Relax.
I rode back with him this afternoon. He never mentioned it.
It happened.
I know it happened.
And he knew that she would tell you.
He has to know we're having this conversation.
Yeah, he did.
Maybe he just wants us to waste our time talking about it.
Right? Or maybe he just wants y'all to talk, and maybe he wants you to actually look at Bix and recognize she's not okay.
80 new senators all hosting investiture banquets.
It's a lot.
It's tough squeezing a whole year's worth of insincerity into 3 months.
Please give me the problems of having to sort through all the parties and dinners I have to go to. These are the problems that I want. Please. That's the life I want where that stresses me out. Oh, Luthen with his bust down on again. Oh, Cassian's pissed.
With Bix. You messed with her behind my back.
You realize what
You had to know she would tell me.
I thought it would be interesting if you didn't. But now you both disappointed me.
Yeah, calm down, Cassian.
Kill me or take me in. You're in. Oh, but Gorman looks too painful. Bix is too vulnerable.
Yeah, you gotta be in or out.
Is this everything? This fury, this lack of control?
Yeah.
Violating every protocol we live by?
Yeah, risking everything, including Bix.
Bix has to pull it together.
She does.
You'll have to decide at what point it becomes too large a problem.
Yep.
Unless that's what you're doing right now.
Oh. Oh, Cassian, you are getting very sloppy. At least Bix is staying in the house.
He's to be expanded into a program.
Oh, God.
The Navy's donated a facility here in Coruscant. I want the two of you to represent our interests in this. I'm counting on you to keep watch on these idiots.
Damn.
It's an assignment. Calibrate your...
He's like, stop sucking up, loser. See, the redhead gets it, right?
Fill me in after you've read the brief.
What?
Yeah, he doesn't want any part of this. That's not good. Gorst is a monster.
We gotta look at it tonight. And the crew? Whole thing. If we don't like it, we walk.
Let's see if they agree with Cassian's assessment.
You're the only reason I'm here.
Oh, you star-crossed. Star-crossed kids.
And the shipments are running smoothly.
Yes, sir.
You walk a very narrow path, Tetra.
Well, so far it's working out for her.
Cyril must never know what this is all really about.
I wonder what you did tell Cyril this was about. Do you think he'd be okay with genocide?
We need all the weapons we can get.
Tantem lidsam.
Morok Vulkreuv.
Ooh,
Don't talk. Don't think.
period.
Do as you are told.
Period.
If you can't manage that, you don't belong here.
Done. What did your daddy just tell you? See, Cassian was right. These kids are not ready. And I know that that one's going to do something because he doesn't like being told what to do.
You're the end of our line, which means you do not move under any circumstances until you are told to do so.
But you, I live here. We've put a lot into this.
Gina.
Oh my God. You know what? Let's cancel this because no one wants to listen.
Prep is useless if you can't.
Period. How many of these have you done before? That's right, none. Shut up and follow orders.
We're here because you've never done anything like this.
Thank you. Remind them.
You're all going to need to respect the chain of command.
Every last one of you.
We do not go unless everyone here agrees to do exactly as they've been told. If that's not possible, this would be the time
Right?
to say so.
Please speak up if y'all
Now,
can't keep
right
it
now.
together. Yeah, right now. I don't trust those two. Pull them right now.
Tomorrow it is.
Did they agree? Because I didn't hear agreement. Yeah, one of them's going to definitely mess things up. Looking for your pills, Bix, or your drops, and hiding it. I wonder how long before Cassian realizes that she's high. And what's worse, she's taking this and not even sleeping, which she said she's using it for. He really doesn't notice that she's completely out of it?
What do you think?
The thing is, I don't think he'd listen to Luthen if he told him right now anyway.
The driver, Drina, she should be up top with us.
Did she say something else?
Just a feeling.
Yeah, I don't think you should leave her alone. You need to keep those two yappy ones with you because you might have to knock them out.
I wasn't thinking clearly.
All the more reason. He shouldn't have let you say no.
You should have told me.
Y'all are expecting Luthen to do way too much. Respectfully, I'm not saying Luthen's a good guy here, but I think y'all are really expecting way too much of a man who's trying to pull that many strings. He can't be your emotional managers either, or on top of that too. Rebellion doesn't have any happy, healthy relationships, does it? Everybody's star-crossed. Everybody's on the brink of some form of emotional failure. Seems like the Empire's the way to go. If you want a relationship, that is. Keep up. All right, the party. But the fakes. Okay, if that's what they're doing, maybe Bix will be okay with this. I don't trust her right now. I don't even think she should trust herself. Mona is all about the veils, isn't she?
Yes, we almost did that, but
Not tonight.
no, you're family now. You're in for the show. Good luck with it.
I
Okay.
need all personnel to exit the control center immediately for security reasons. Apologies for any inconvenience.
Is this because of her mission? Probably. Why does she look so nervous? I guess she should be. As she was told, she messes this up, it's not going to be good. All right, lots going on here. Party on the left, a heist on the right.
They're just setting up now.
Are we on schedule with the target?
What's with this hood?
How do they seem?
They're on time.
I feel like one of these girls is going to get made by Cyril. Not made like, I don't think he's seen any of them before, but especially her, because she's with Mon all the time. I don't know.
You haven't told Luthen about the reappraisals, have you?
Of course not.
Oh, I promised, didn't I?
Yeah, sorry.
Don't worry.
She's like, anyway, let me just sip this drink guiltily. I don't trust this boy. Everything about him screams untrustworthy.
Congratulations, Senator.
The difference in vibes, hey? I'm trying to figure out, is she about to grab?
Perhaps you remember me.
Is she gonna go grab the bug herself?
Do as I say, and everything will be fine.
Play along. It'll be less suspicious if you just go along with it. Pretend you're having a good time at a party you shouldn't be at, bro. You getting all freaky and nervous, that's what's gonna get people's attention.
You've met before. Oh, yes, I've been a guest at her committee several occasions.
Have you?
To see you free of the witness stand.
The amount of double entendres and subtext conversations that happen in these circles. I could never. This is why I could never hang with the uber rich, because I can't. Like, I just be dry heaving every time one of them drops something like this in front of me. Like, just say what you want to say.
Luthen will tell them that's why I'm so keen on visiting with it.
Bro is gonna blow your cover because he's way too nervous. He does not know how to act. I'm surprised nobody, like really nobody at all is picking up on Cyril. Like, he's not even being good spy right now. He's in the biggest trench coat ever. Just gonna clean up the street. Okay, agility. Whatever happened to her, she healed up.
I'm removing a listening device from this piece, and you're going to help me by blocking the view.
You can't possibly be serious.
The Tinian Codex was forged 2,000.
My God, why is this redhead being so annoying? Like, just do as you're told,
Anything I had to.
right?
This is do or die, Lonnie, so move.
Yeah, do you want to die? Because you're gonna get caught at this point. Damn, she got all kinds of toys. Seriously, why is no one, like, why are there so many people who are shaky in this episode? This is why I can't do crime, guys. This is why I can't be part of a rebel party, because I can't handle this. Gosh, I would think you'd have droids or something to help you with this. I mean, y'all are moving okay, I guess, but humans are so slow and sloppy. Somebody's getting caught tonight. I feel like someone's getting caught tonight. I mean, these guys are already caught, obviously, but
There's a bit of a theme on this side of the gallery.
oh my God, why did you put it so far up? Oh my God, someone create a distraction. Someone faint. Someone throw up. Great, it's stuck. Of course it's stuck.
How much longer?
It's stuck.
He's like, what?
What are you doing?
Oh my God.
Shift right.
They're almost here. I'm walking away.
Bro, I don't even know I don't even know. Like, Luthen maybe has to do something. What can he do that's not going to be super weird? But I feel like he can get away with it because he's rich, you know? Act eccentric, bro.
You seem fixated on defining people by their resistance to power.
Words do still have meaning.
That condescension.
What's the word?
I'd say for them to switch places, but it doesn't make any sense. Girl, where's your grip strength?
1 minute warning.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I need Luthen to fake a heart attack or something. I don't know. This is somebody wet their pants. Who put that in by the Hulk? Was the Force used? Jeez. I knew that was gonna happen. Yep. Oh, who'd you hit? Who'd he hit? Who'd he hit? Who'd he hit? Please don't tell me it's the old lady.
No.
I knew something bad was gonna happen with this. Well, at least y'all made up first.
And come in loud. Make sure they know we're on the way.
Cassian was right. This was not the move. Yeah, not surprised your happy ass did it. You should have shot him if you're gonna shoot him. And he had that set to kill. Did it work?
Isn't it lovely?
We don't know.
Gift. Oh, well. Sure, we can all think of some people who'd be right at home. Wandering by and closing my eyes to wonder at another world.
I don't think she got it out. She does not look happy. I'm sorry, girl.
Come on, we have to go.
The fact that he's breathing so heavy when he's done literally nothing. He's like in a place where he has nothing to worry about. Like, why are you hyperventilating, bro? You've done nothing. But I guess if this didn't work out, it was his job, but still. Well, I mean, with the Empire, it's far more than your job, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you better be crying.
There's no place to hide. Look at me. I'm not going to say remember this because I don't have to.
Facts.
This is on you now. This is like skin. You're taking her with you wherever you go for the rest of your useless life.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
She was a warrior. Everything that you have daydreamed about.
Mm-hmm.
She was a miracle. And you?
Okay.
Some whining, simpering, foolish child. Don't you dare cry.
I mean, I prefer that he feels bad about it at least. Yep. Remember what Cassian said about y'all not being ready for this? Yeah. And I said that those two should have stayed home. The blonde and him should have stayed back. She said no one should supposed to have blasters, but then there was a reason why. Okay.
You should have killed Krennic while we were up there.
She got it, good girl. She literally almost lost a finger. But yeah, your contact in there, he got shook. I don't know, you might have to reaffirm his faith now, because he was pooping himself. But yeah, this is not going to be good for Luthen when he finds out. This Gorst? Dr. Gorst? Looks like his creepy ass.
I know you.
Get in the chair.
How did she get here? Is this real? Is this real? I can't tell with her anymore. I don't know. If it's real, I get it. I think that might have been real. Did Cassian know about that? He wouldn't be mad, but that's messy. That's gonna leave a trail.
Nobody's allowed in here.
Oh, oh, Bix. Oh, Bix, this is so messy. Girl, you know what? You're not gonna sleep any better after this is done. Cassian did know. Okay, actually, you know what this was? Never mind. I forgot about the mission. I forgot about the redhead finding out about that the Gorst's experiments were going to keep going to the prisoners. Maybe it was an actual mission. I could see that. I could see that. Maybe. I don't know. This is what's so rough. I could see potentially Luthen sending him to do that because remember they said Gorst was his interrogation tactics were going to be expanded into a full facility. So taking out Gorst, I mean, I feel like the way he does things could definitely be replicated, but I mean, he was the worst of the worst, it sounded like, but I don't even know. But I mean, I'm not mad at it, right? Because Bix deserves her revenge. That man really messed her up. Like, she's not okay and never will fully be okay again because of that man. But that's messy. The way they did it was incredibly messy, but Cassian was there, so that makes me feel better. I mean, it was only one guard and he's dead now, but how are they gonna explain a facility being blown? I don't even know. Anyways, wow, this was a this episode is just kind of showing how so many of the different balls that are in the air for the rebellion are really not spinning well. Compared to season 1, they're really not spinning well at all. And I mean, they're never really smooth, right? That's one thing with the rebellion. It's always been very shaky at best because it's very hard to organize such a huge distributed force and keep communications on the low and all those things. But I feel like because we're centering on this part of it with Luthen in particular and his contacts, it's a mess, right? A lot of things are very shaky right now. So like, we'll start with like him showing up to pick up Cassian and him being like, okay, Cassian, like what's going on? You know, from what I've heard, this could be a good opportunity for us to get Gorman on our side. And Cassian rightfully telling him they're not ready. Like, it's not that, you know, it's not the enthusiasm that they're lacking. It's not the willpower. This is about the fact that they are genuinely not ready to handle what's necessary to be part of the rebellion, right? He's like, they're foolhardy, they're rash, they're not thinking clearly. And also, like he said, they're too late. Like, the Empire's already there building, like they're already 80% there with what they want to do. Doing things now is just going to cause a war, which the Empire is going to win because they've got more military, more firepower, right? He's right. Like, if the Empire decides to just wipe them out, they can at this point. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Cassian had a point, but I also understand where Luthen is coming from because the rebellion has always been put together by like duct tape and prayers, right? Like, it's never been the perfect situation with the perfect people and the perfect solution ever. So I understand that Luthen's like, we gotta grab or make grabs for the opportunities to get our allies whenever we can. We can't always be choosy with the timing. But yeah, as I said, it was one of those things where I saw both sides of the argument. But you know, Cassian is coming from a very emotional place right now because he really doesn't want to be there, right? He doesn't want to leave Bix's side at the moment because he knows she's not fully okay. But it's taking a toll. And we saw that in the last episode, like with Wilman deciding to inhale a bunch of fumes, right? Like, they're really struggling right now, right? Everyone who's involved with this is the personal toll it's taking, right? From losing, why do I forget his name? Brassos, I think it was, back in episode 3, to, you know, Bix not being okay between what she went through with the Empire, plus being stuck in these safe houses, to, you know, Cassian having that really crappy run at the beginning of the season. And now we're seeing what's going on with, you know, with what happened with Cinta and all these other things. Like, I like that they're focusing on the fray that this rebellion is taking on the individuals and the soldiers that are in it. Like, Luthen has his own things too. Like, he doesn't necessarily always like whinge to his people about what he's dealing with, but we saw it last episode when he was losing it with his assistant there, right? When he was just like, you know, everything's falling apart. This bug might be found. This is going to, you know, this bug might be found. Skunlin's already unraveling. Mon's spiraling out of control. My contacts are not, you know, keeping up. Like, everybody in this has got their own level of stress and own level of things they're dealing with. Same thing too when, why are the names slipping? Where Mon's cousin came and talked to Luthen's assistant and was like, oh, you know, what have you given for the rebellion? I'm the one when she was trying to get information about Cinta, and she's like, oh, what have you given? I've given all these missions. And, you know, the assistant had to be like, oh, you get to go on missions and take breaks. I'm always on. It's 24/7 for me. I'm always constantly feeding through all this information to have to put out these little fires and keep this web that's very shaky web together, right? So all that to say that this is a strain on everybody who's involved in different ways. It's taking its toll in different ways. And that kind of filters into the conversation, you know, when Cassian comes home and he talks to Bix. And I mean, again, I'm like, he's really not looking at Bix. You can tell he's kind of wrapped up in his own head because I can tell that Bix is not being herself right now. But anyway, he finds out about Luthen's visit and he gets immediately angry, right? Which really, it's not even about Luthen at this point. Like, Cassian doesn't want to be in this situation, right? There's a lot of things that are bothering him. But, you know, of course this sets him off and he's like, why would you do this when I'm not here? You know, and we see that once again, remember, Bix is a grown woman. She chose to join this rebellion of her own accord, right? So even though she's not okay right now, the reality is it is still her decision of whether or not to go on a mission if she's asked. It's not up to Cassian. But understandably, he's feeling hyper protective of her right now. And I do think on some level he blames himself for why Bix is in this situation. So anyway, you know, him showing up at Luthen's doorstep and you know, risking a lot, first of all, like being extremely emotional and careless by doing that. But just to be like, oh, you know, don't you even care about the people here? It's all about the rebellion. It's all about your results. And, you know, Luthen's basically like, you signed up for this, bro. Like, do you remember when you said, take me in or turn me in or kill me? Like, you're the one who told me that you are in this because this is a rebellion, bro. Like this is not a dabble situation. You can't be in and kind of out. Like everybody who's in this right now has got skin in the game a lot. They're willing to risk a lot. Most people, they're willing to risk their lives on top of everything else. So, you're coming to me with your personal problems. Like Luthen doesn't have his own things he's worried about. And I think what's really hard for a lot of these people working with Luthen is that they see him in the nice clothes and they see him in the nice shop and, putting on the bust down wig and the fancy rings and looking like he's living the high life. But they don't see him, like I said in the last episode, frazzled and on the verge of a major crash out because things are falling apart, right? Like they're not at Luthen's level. None of them are. And so it's very easy when you're on the ground to not recognize what people who are at higher levels are dealing with and assume that they have it easier somehow. Luthen is risking a lot too. He's right inside of the belly of the beast. If the Empire figures out what he's up to, not only he's not just going to risk losing money here, they will kill him if he's lucky. You know what I mean? We already know that there's way worse things that the Empire could do to him. So everybody who's involved right now has skin in the game. They've got things that could be lost here. So yeah, just seeing the way that hearing Cassian kind of give this argument of he thinks that Luthen doesn't care about the people and he's not really thinking about the personal level of all this stuff, and Luthen effectively being like, to a degree, you're right, no. He's like, I do care about Bix. He's like, I do want her to be healthy. I do need her to be in a mentally and physically good place to help the resistance. Yes. But, I generally think, she should be all right. But Luthen does not have time to care about all these people. It might sound callous, but I understand where he's coming from. He can't, at the level that he's at, worry about every little personal detail of every person under his command. It's already extremely mentally exhausting for him. To try to handle all that too would be beyond physically exhausting or emotionally exhausting for him. It's too much. It's too much. It's sad to say. And I mean, if you notice from what I've seen, Luthen does not have a partner. He does not have kids. He does not have, any kinds of friends. Like he's kept himself very simple for a reason. I'm sure he would love all those things, but he recognizes how much extra that adds to the very dangerous tightrope that he's walking. And he's not telling his agents not to do that, right? He didn't tell Cassian you need to break up with Bix, but he did say you need to measure how much you're dealing with here and at what point does keeping her with you become a danger, not just for you, but for her too, right? And I mean, he's not wrong, right? Cassian is in this. He said he wants to be part of it. If Bix gets to a point where she slips so far that she's no longer even of use to herself, what's Cassian going to do, right? Is at that point, is he going to pick her up and try to go to some far rim planet in the middle of nowhere and hope that she can just keep her from losing it completely out there, right? Or like, what do you do? And Bix has to want to help herself, right? So there's just so many factors going on. And I do like that they're showing that this is not an easy thing. Like something like this is so much more than just the blaster fights and the cool spaceship fights. Like there's so much more that's here on a personal and emotional level, and the amount of sacrifice that everyone's having to make for this on different levels is taking its toll. It's fraying. Mon this episode, she's sick to her stomach. She doesn't want to be a part of this. She's sitting there putting on a face in one place and then worrying the hell about what's going to happen to her actual life in other places, right? It's not an easy balance at all. Worrying about her cousin, everybody is fraying. Everybody is frazzled. Everybody is so tense and nervous right now. And even on the Empire side of things, right? With Dedra and Cyril, right? Interesting that, her boss, Dedra's boss came up to her and said, this plan, you're walking a really narrow road, right? Because not only is she already kind of on probation because the Axis project is effectively considered a failure, but this is a huge project for the Empire, the Gorman thing. So she messes that up. That's going to be pretty much her. I mean, I don't know. Do you really get fired in the Empire? Not necessarily, but she could end up being, I guess, pushed to a job that's so far out and so crappy that she never sees the day of light of day again. And then on top of that, she's clearly also lied to Cyril about what this is all about. I wasn't sure about how much he knew because remember we heard that everybody in that room, it was a cone of silence, nothing left. So I had a feeling she wasn't telling him the full scope of why he was there. But I do wonder if he would have a moral issue with what's happening or what the plan is with Gorman, right? I do think he would. I mean, Cyril is a simp, but he does seem to have some level of a moral compass. And I mean, I don't know, like, would he still stand by her if she told him the reasons why she's going along with it? I don't know, but it is something where, again, her superior warned her that, if this blows up, if he finds out about what's happening, not only A, is that going to put him in a dangerous position where the Empire is concerned because he's not supposed to know, but B, it's also potential, it's got the potential to destroy her relationship, right? Like if Cyril, like I said, does actually have morals, true morals and a sense of decency and humanity, he's not going to be okay with this. And he probably will not want to be with somebody who is okay with this. Right. So anyway, if Dedra does have feelings in there somewhere, which I'm still very, very loath to believe, she's probably worried about that. Right. If she actually has come to really care about Cyril, she probably doesn't want to break this relationship she's broken with, or that she's fostered with him, over something like this. Right. So yeah, just a very tense episode. Let's put it that way. I feel like the theme of the episode was tension. It was also fatigue, and also just stress, I think, overall. But yeah, in the end, we see that the obviously the saddest part of it is that we lost Cinta. And I had a feeling something might happen to her because she had a lot of scenes in this episode, and, her apologizing and kind of making everything right. Those kind of things, when you push that all into one episode like that, after her and, why can I not remember the cousin's name? But after they hadn't seen each other for a year, yeah, I was giving something might happen. Right. And I knew something was going to go wrong with that heist one way or another, though. Either one of them, right? They kind of framed it that either something was going to go wrong at the party where they were trying to get the listening device, or with the heist. Something was going to go wrong somewhere. The heist went well, thank God. But, or sorry, not the heist, sorry, the party went well, but the heist did not, in the sense that we lost Cinta over something stupid. That arrogant boy, which I said it. I mean, I think everyone knew it, but like, they shouldn't have been allowed on the mission. Both him and the girl, both were already in the room, basically saying straight up that they weren't going to listen if they felt like they wanted to do what they wanted to do. And you can't bring people like that on a mission, right? This is why Cassian was right. They weren't ready. They're not ready. They don't understand what's at stake. They don't understand how important it is to listen to someone who knows what they're doing. They just wanted to get out there and be heroes and, make a big fuss and make a big ruckus. And again, the one thing, she gave them very simple instructions: no blasters, guys, except for me and Cinta. There's a reason for that, because she knew that people who don't know what they're doing, who get nervous, do stupid things. And look at that. Cinta died for nothing. She died because he was fighting one of his buddies that he literally could have just said, hey, we're doing something to fight against the Empire, because I believe that guy was at the meeting, right? That's all he needed to say. Why did he pull out a blaster that he was not planning to? Anyways, it's sad, obviously. Cinta seemed like a sweet girl, and for her to go out exactly like the girl said, this woman's performed all kinds of missions, was a absolute genuine badass, had all these accolades, and for her to be taken out by a stray blaster shot because you couldn't follow bloody orders, I can't be mad at her for her speech. I mean, the don't cry about it part, I was like, okay, that's a bit much. Like, he feels bad, which is good. But yeah, she everything else I agree with. Like, he is going to remember that. He is never going to forget that someone died for his foolishness. And hopefully he will use that to make better decisions in the future. But yeah, he should feel bad. He should realize that he snuffed out a light that didn't need to be snuffed out because of one bloody order. All he had to do was leave the blaster at home. That's all he needed to do. Now someone died unnecessarily. And what's worse is that they've done all this just to feed into a larger plan that's going to get them all screwed over anyway. So, whew, messy, guys. Very, very messy. The plot is thickening. But yeah, it's feeling real messy in the rebellion right now. And I don't know. I have no idea what the culmination point's going to be. But yeah, this episode, like I said, it was tense. A lot of tension, a lot of fear, a lot of chaos that's going on right now. So I'm very interested to see what we're going to do, what the fallout of this is going to be once it all gets back to Luthen, because he's celebrating the one win right now with getting that listening device out. But when he finds out that A, he lost an agent, and B, that things didn't exactly go according to plan. And again, I don't even know if the Mon's cousin is going to want to continue doing this now, because that was a very personal loss for her. And I know that if Luthen does not tread this properly, he might end up getting her in a shaky place, just like he's got Cassian in right now. So, and Willman, like, we didn't even see Willman in this episode, but like, he's out here getting high too. So yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to happen when all this stuff cuts back to Luthen and he realizes how chaotic things are going with his people. But yeah, another good episode. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love, and I will see you in the next one.